English Bloom, the podcast. Grows with your life, where we learn English through real stories, real emotions, and real human connection.
Maybe you're listening on the bus. Maybe you're washing dishes. Maybe it's late at night, and you're alone with your thoughts and your phone. Wherever you are right now, take a breath and feel this. You are welcome here.
Here, every sentence you try, every word you whisper is a win. If you believe, even a tiny bit, that English can change your life, open new doors, bring new people, create new chances, stay close to us.
If you believe English can change your life, subscribe now and grow with us every week. Not because of numbers, because when you subscribe, you're telling yourself, I am not giving up on my voice. I am growing it.
Welcome to English Bloom. Let's grow together.
Let's begin with something you might not expect. Confidence is not something fluent speakers are born with. It is something they decide.
The biggest difference between the fluent voice you admire and the silent voice inside you is not grammar. It is not vocabulary. It is not test scores. It is courage.
Courage to sound imperfect. Courage to be heard. Courage to speak, even when your heart is shaking. Today's episode is not a grammar lesson. This is a transformation.
By the end of this episode, we want you to feel something shift inside you. We want you to feel, I am no longer a shy English learner. I am becoming a confident speaker.
I want to take you into a moment. Maybe this moment has already happened many times in your life. You are sitting in a small circle, at work, in a classroom, maybe in a cafe with friends.
You understand almost everything. You follow the jokes. You know the topic. Your brain is alive with ideas. You want to say something. You have a story, a question, a small comment.
You open your mouth a little, but then your heart beats faster. You feel it in your chest, in your throat, in your face. Your mind suddenly goes blank.
You think, what if I say it wrong? What if they don't understand me? What if they think I am stupid? You start building the sentence in your head, carefully, perfectly, and you rehearse it silently. Okay, I'll say this, then that. No, not that word. What is that word? Ugh.
While you are still rehearsing, the conversation moves on. Someone else speaks. The topic changes. The moment is gone. You close your mouth again. You nod. You smile. You pretend you didn't want to say anything. But inside, you feel heavy.
You feel that small pain. I missed my chance. Again. Maybe this happens in work meetings. You have a good idea. You know it could help the team, but your tongue feels like it's made of stone.
Your brain screams, say it, just say it. And still, you say nothing.
Maybe it happens in class. The teacher asks a question. You know the answer. Your name is almost on your lips, but you look around. You hear other students. You feel smaller.
I will answer next time, you tell yourself. But when next time comes, you are silent again. Or maybe this happens with friends. You're at dinner. Everyone is laughing in English. Stories, memories, jokes.
You laugh too, but it's a quiet laugh. You are not in the center of the story. You're standing outside the window, watching the party from the street. You think, if this were my language, I would be funny. I would be interesting. I would be me.
But in English, you feel like a smaller version of yourself. If any of this feels familiar to you, if your heart was beating a little faster while we spoke, whisper this, just once in your mind. That is me.
Because we are talking to you, not to the perfect students, not to the people who always raise their hand, not to the loudest voice in the room. We are talking to the quiet one, the one with thousands of thoughts and only a few spoken words.
And we want to tell you something that maybe no one has said to you clearly. You are not shy because your English is bad. You are quiet because no one taught you how to feel safe when you speak. Today, we change that.
Later in this episode, we are going to reveal one simple daily habit, just one, a tiny practice you can do in a few minutes that instantly makes you sound more confident in English. Not in 5 years, not when you're fluent.
Stay with us, because that one habit could be the moment your voice starts to change. Olivia, can you say more about the idea of identity here?
Yeah, so identity. Let's talk about who you believe you are. Many learners secretly think, I will be confident when my English is better, when I stop making mistakes, when my accent is perfect. But here is the truth we want to give you today. You don't become confident by waiting. You become confident by speaking before you feel ready. Let that land.
Repeat that with me. You don't become confident by waiting. You become confident by speaking before you feel ready. That is how every confident speaker you admire began. Not with perfect English, with imperfect courage.
We want to give you some lines that you can keep with you. Write them down, save them, repeat them. These are your new confidence quotes. Fluent English is not my identity. Confident speaking is my practice. My mistakes are not my weakness. They are my training. Every sentence I say in English is proof that I am brave, not proof that I am broken.
I don't need perfect words to share a real feeling. I am not a shy learner. I am a speaker in training. My accent is not a problem to hide. It is my story being heard. Wow.
Let's add a few more for the days when fear feels bigger than you. The only wrong English is the English I never speak. I am allowed to sound like a beginner while I become a master. Confidence is not what I have, it is what I practice. Every time I open my mouth, my future life opens a little more.
Imagine if you spoke to yourself like this for 1 month. How different would you feel? Not, my English is terrible, but my English is learning, and I am courageous for trying.
Confidence is not a destination. It is a decision you make again and again. You don't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm confident forever now. No, you decide to show up in that meeting, in that class, in that conversation with the English you have today.
You decide. This is enough to begin. I am enough to be heard today. So, curiosity question for you, Olivia. How do we make speaking feel normal rather than dangerous? passes the turn?
Great question, Liam. The short answer: exposure. Confidence is not personality. Confidence is exposure. Think of a cold swimming pool. The first time you put your foot in, it feels freezing. You want to jump out. But if you stay there, slowly, your body adjusts.
Nothing changed about the water. Something changed in you. Speaking English is like that. The first times you speak, your body sends danger signals, heart beating fast, hands shaking, mind racing. Your brain is saying, "This is new, this feels dangerous, let's escape."
But you're not in danger. You're just in a new language. The more you expose yourself to speaking, the more familiar it becomes. The less your brain reacts like it's a lion, and the more it reacts like it's just a Tuesday conversation.
Every time you speak, your fear shrinks, just a little. Every conversation is like turning down the volume on the voice of fear. Not to zero, not immediately, but step by step.
And here is something gentle but powerful. If you are shy in your language, yes, maybe you will also feel shy in English. But that shyness is not a prison. It is not your fate. It is just a habit of protection. Your brain learned to protect you by keeping you quiet. Now we are teaching your brain a new habit: protection through expression, not silence.
You don't have to become a loud, extroverted person. That's not the goal. The goal is this: to be able to say what you need to say when it matters, without the hesitation barrier stopping you. That is confidence. Not shouting, not being the funniest person, just having the social courage to show up as yourself in English.
Okay, practical time. Liam, are you ready to share a plan people can actually use today? Passes the turn.
Yes, I am. Let's give you something very practical. A simple system. The Confidence Activation Plan. 5 steps. Not perfect rules, just guiding lights. You don't have to do all of them perfectly. You just need to start moving.
Step 1. Speak before perfection. Stop waiting for your sentence to be perfect in your mind before you say it, because while you are waiting for perfect, the moment passes, the chance disappears.
Yesterday, I went to the store and there was this situation. Is it perfect? No. Is it real? Yes. And real beats perfect every single time. Mini practice. In your next conversation, set a tiny goal. Say one sentence, even if it feels broken.
Step 2. Stop apologizing for mistakes. Not "sorry for my bad English." Not "sorry, my English is terrible." You are not allowed to insult your own effort anymore. Every time you say "sorry for my bad English," your brain hears "my English is bad. I am not good enough. I should be ashamed." We don't want that for you.
Instead, try, "Thank you for your patience. I'm still learning." Or, "English is my second language, so I'm practicing." Or, "Let me try again. I want to say this more clearly." Do you feel the difference? Sorry creates shame. Thank you creates respect.
Step 3. Train your voice daily. Not for 1 hour, not with perfect discipline. Even 3 minutes can change you. Your voice is a muscle, and muscles grow with repetition, not with one big workout once a month.
Here are simple daily practices. Voice journal. Every day, speak for 2-3 minutes about your day, your feelings, your plans. Record yourself on your phone. No one else has to hear it. Shadowing moments. Choose a short clip of a native speaker you like. Pause. Repeat with them. Copy their rhythm, not their personality. Mirror talk. Stand in front of a mirror and say, "Today, I am practicing my English. My voice is allowed to be here." Then say 3-5 sentences about anything.
When you train your voice daily, you are not just practicing pronunciation. You are building vocal confidence. You are teaching your brain, it is normal for me to speak English. It is safe. I can hear my own voice and survive. This is powerful.
Step 4. Replace fear with curiosity. Right now, your inner voice might say, "What if I make a mistake? What if they judge me?" We want to gently flip that. When fear comes, ask instead, "I wonder what will happen if I try. I'm curious how people will respond if I share this idea. I'm curious how much of this conversation I can handle today."
Curiosity moves your mind from danger to discovery. In fear mode, your body closes. In curiosity mode, your body opens. Next time you join a meeting, think, "I'm curious. What English will come out of me today?" It sounds small, but this is how we transform your speaking from a test into an exploration.
Step 5. Act like the confident version of you. Imagine a version of yourself 1 year in the future. This future you speaks English more freely. Still with an accent, still with mistakes sometimes, but they enter a room and feel calm. They ask questions. They say what they think.
Now ask, how would that version of me sit? How would they breathe? How would they start a conversation? And then you borrow their behavior today. You don't have to feel confident first. You can behave like a slightly more confident you. Not fake, not pretending to be someone else, just 10% more open.
We call this acting into confidence. You don't wait for your feelings to change. You give your feelings new evidence. You show your brain, "Look, we did it. We spoke. We didn't die. We were okay." And your brain slowly updates your identity. Maybe I am someone who can handle this.
Can we take a moment here to speak from the heart?
Yes. We want to say something to you now, from our hearts. The world is not waiting for your perfect English. It is waiting for your voice.
The world doesn't need one more person with perfect grammar and no opinion. It doesn't need one more fluent person who is too scared to say what they really feel. The world needs you, with your history, your culture, your way of seeing life.
There is someone out there who needs to hear your story in English, exactly in your accent, exactly in your words. Your accent is not something to erase. It is part of your story. It says, "I come from somewhere. I have lived. I have roots."
When you speak English with your accent, you are not doing it wrong. You are doing something beautiful. You are connecting worlds. You might think, who cares about my voice? I'm just one person. But think about it. Every movement in history, every change in a family, a company, a community, began because one person decided to speak.
Maybe your idea at work will improve a project. Maybe your question in class will help 5 other students. Maybe your story on a podcast or a YouTube comment will make a lonely learner feel less alone.
Fluency gets attention. Confidence gets respect. People may notice fast English, but they respect the person who speaks with calm, with clarity, with honesty, even if the grammar is not perfect. You don't have to speak quickly. You don't have to use big words. Speak with presence. Speak with intention. That is confidence.
Let's bring some powerful phrases into your world in a very natural way. One of the biggest gifts English can give you is self-expression. To tell people not only what you do, but who you are, what you believe, what you dream of.
When you work on your vocal confidence, you are not just training your tongue, you are training your presence. Each time you push through that small hesitation barrier, that tiny moment where your brain says, "Should I speak? Should I stay quiet?" and you choose to speak, you are building your social courage.
And with every small act of social courage, you increase your communication power. That power is not about controlling others. It's about being able to say, "This is my idea. I disagree, and here's why. I need help. I can help you. This is important to me."
Think about how your life would change if you had just a little more self-expression, a little more vocal confidence, and a little less fear of that hesitation barrier. Maybe you would speak up in the next meeting, ask that question in class, start a conversation with a new friend, share your opinion in a group chat.
This is not about English only. This is about your life expanding. Okay, earlier we promised you one daily habit. Olivia, shall we reveal it now?
Yes, we call it the 1-minute out loud reset. Here is how it works. Once a day, before an important conversation, before work, before class, or even before bed, you find a quiet place. You set a 1-minute timer. Then you do 3 things out loud.
1. Name your emotion. Right now I feel nervous, excited, tired, stressed. 2. Affirm your identity. I am a speaker in training. My voice deserves to be heard. 3. Speak a tiny truth in English. Say anything true about your life for the rest of the minute. For example, today I woke up late. I was so tired, but I made coffee and sat at my desk. Just keep talking. No stopping, no judging.
Why does this make you sound more confident? Because before you talk to other people, you have already talked to yourself. You've already warmed up your voice. You've already crossed the hesitation barrier in private. So when the real conversation comes, your tongue and your brain are not meeting for the first time. They've already danced.
Do this every day. 1 minute. That's all. You will notice, after 1 week, your mouth opens a little faster in conversation. After 1 month, you start to feel speaking English is just something I do every day. Not something rare, not something scary, something normal. And normal is where confidence lives.
As we begin to close this episode, let's breathe together for a moment. Today, you heard that confidence is a decision, not a gift. Confidence comes from exposure, not from waiting. Every time you speak, your fear shrinks a little. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present.
You walked through 5 steps of the Confidence Activation Plan. 1. Speak before perfection. 2. Stop apologizing for mistakes. 3. Train your voice daily. 4. Replace fear with curiosity. 5. act like the confident version of you. You felt the truth that the world is not waiting for perfect English. It is waiting for your voice. Your accent is part of your story.
And you received one powerful daily habit, the 1-minute out loud reset. If you do only that, you are already changing.
Before we say goodbye, we want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly on time for your own journey. You are not just a learner. You are a speaker in progress. You are a human being expanding your world one sentence at a time.
And you are not alone. Remember, here at English Bloom, you are part of a family. In the English Bloom family, we do not hide our voices. We grow them. We grow them slowly. We grow them gently. We grow them together.
If today's episode touched something inside you, if you felt seen, if you felt just 1% braver, then keep walking with us. If you believe English can change your life, subscribe now and grow with us every week. Not because you should, but because your future self is already speaking with more freedom, and that version of you would want you to stay.
Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for trusting us with your ears, your heart, and your voice. Until next time, keep speaking, even when you're not ready.
Keep choosing courage over silence. And remember, your English is not just improving, you are becoming.